He snatches a beer bottle from the nearly depleted fridge. "What the hell am I gonna do?" he says to the crow. Slumping in the leather chair, he lifts his feet onto the coffee table and stokes gently at the fire with the poker, glad to be back in front of the warmth, but miserable about the prospect of facing reality once more. Time's up. The end of the line. Official period of mourning over. It's been nearly 5 weeks since he had any contact with his wife, and while each day he considered calling, he couldn't summon the courage. He barely had enough to get through the days himself, never mind being a pillar for someone else. His little girl, gone, just like that. All the days spent nurturing, listening, caring, trying to make sure she had everything she needed for a happy, long life. All for this. How can one continue investing in faith when all it serves is grief? The church has been generous in other ways, giving him a couple of months off, but truth be told, even if it was a couple of years, he still thinks he would struggle at playing human again. Patrick watches a bird watching him. "Come on, tell me. What am I supposed to do?" Easy for you to say. He takes a couple of mouthfuls of beer, sinking further into the chair. Beck's face when he told her he had to leave, run away like the gutless wonder he is. Her eyes, already so much sadness, but disbelief at his impromptu trip, seemed to unplug the cord behind them. "Fucking loser, Patrick!" The crow jumps from his perch and struts across the patio floor to the window. He gives the glass a tap with his beak. After knocking back another mouthful of beer, Patrick raises a bottle to the bird. "What do you want from me now, crow? Not bread. Do you want some of this beer, perhaps?" Is this a crow joke? Who's there? "I've nothing for you." The crow continues to eye him, those dark eyes boring into his soul. Placing the beer on the table, he lets out a protesting moan and pushes himself from the chair, instinctively letting out a shiver as he steps outside the zone of warmth. The crow holds his ground as Patrick approaches the door. Not wanting to scare the bird away, he reaches for the handle and gently slides the door across. It's another odd moment, but just like the episodes at the graveyard, the thought of interacting with a bird is nowhere near as exhausting as the thought of having to do it with humans again. The bird cocks its head and eyes him down to the ground. Tentatively, Patrick extends an arm towards the crow and it ducks its head towards him. "What can I do for you, little birdie?" Upon touch, the crow lets out an ear-piercing caw and Patrick recoils slightly. The bird flutters and dances for a while, finally cocking its head again. "It's okay, little birdie. You just got my ticket going, that's all." Patrick moves forward again, holding his hand out in a gesture of being unarmed, remaining perfectly still. The bird struts forward, taking a couple of tentative steps back, and steps forward again, finally ducking its head towards him. Patrick tries again, moving his hand slowly towards the bird. This time, as his fingers brush against the sleek black feathers, Patrick launches backward onto the wooden floor, stabbing pains across his forehead and the image of his daughter in the pink-coloured bathwater imprinted on his mind. The crow caws once more, an ear-piercing cry that rattles in Patrick's head. "Ow! What the hell?" The wave of pain subsides, and he carefully pushes himself from the floor, noting fresh blood on his index finger. Heart pounding, accompanying dull throbbing in his forehead, he watches a bird hop back onto the banister. "What are you trying to tell me, bird?" As Patrick stands, the crow takes off, but only as far as the hood of his car.